We started with a 50k evaluation account that was up nearly 2200 bucks. And then, right, like I was doing charity, which the market absolutely destroyed us and we blew the account on Monday. But somehow, 105 bucks, 300 bucks, 860 bucks. By the end of the week, we clawed our way back with a brand new account back to almost the exact same balance. Which means once again, I'm exactly 800 bucks away from passing. And as the month of May comes to an end, will I finally break free from the $2,000 curse? Or will I spiral into another blown account? I hope everyone's well rested from a long weekend and ready to start wrestling with candles on Tuesday blues, because today's pre-market is printing higher high and slowly approaching all-time high at 30,000. Didn't thought I'll see the number so soon. After the market opened, I entered along after seeing the candles bounce off the demand area and the trend line, which luckily secured 300 bucks for my first trade. The market soon broke through the all-time highs and I was considering if I should continue trading because I usually don't do well with market reaching unknown areas. But since we missed the trading day because of Monday's holiday, I just hang around just to see what the price would do at these levels. Luckily, it did turn out better than expected because just a few minutes later, the 15-minute candles are closing well above yesterday's highs, which may indicate that the bullish momentum have not ended. So I went long again, but with a slightly lower size targeting just 10 to 15 points because I was kind of scared on uncharted territory and I had already secured a base hit on my first trade. But since the market don't seem to be stopping anytime soon, I just re-entered again after a small pullback with the same size and target, which easily secured another 100 bucks before ending my day banking in 507 bucks after commission. After everything that happened, we somehow ended Tuesday with only 300 bucks away from passing. At this point, the mission is simple. Make 300 bucks, do not do anything stupid, and get funded. But unfortunately, I'm the one trading the account. Overnight market was sending prices to another all-time highs, but during pre-market, prices seemed to be selling off hard and sliced through the EMAs. Right when market opened, I took a shot seeing that there was no support at this area, but I was kind of spooked out of this trade because there was almost no pullback from this drop. So I decided to bail early. And I re-entered again after seeing more rejections, but got stopped out of break even. Had I held onto my first trade, I would have passed this account to end my day early, but I was low-key nervous since I'm hella close to hitting the passing mark, so dang it. Prices were still printing lower lows, so I bet on another step shot aiming at the nearest demand area after seeing a decent red candle close to recover just over 90 bucks. I'm not sure what the market was smoking because it had already dropped more than 100 points since market open, so I decided to just ride the market down after breaking the demand area, which luckily secured 300 bucks to bring my account back to the green. And finally, the market starts retracing and my plan is just to take a small trade since I only needed less than 200 bucks. But I kind of bailed off the trade early again because I was low-key overthinking and afraid that I would mess it up, and to make it worse, the trade would have worked out again. Shortly after, prices start breaking back into the bearish trend and I hopped onto the short, and guess what? I took out early again, but hold on. Before you guys judge me, it was low-key a good decision because the market actually retraced even more and would have stopped me out if I held onto the trade. But I kinda knew it was a fake out, so I bet on another shot, and this time round, boys, I held back the urge to bail out early, which ultimately led to me passing the account. Yesterday, we finally passed the 50k evaluation account. But if there's one thing trading has taught me, is that funded accounts can disappear just as fast as they appear. And considering this is my second time reaching the funded with Lucid, I just hope history doesn't repeat itself. Pre-market today is creeping out into overnight highs, and right after market open, I took a step long but moved my TP just before reaching the next supply area, which quickly tapped me out with a 160 bucks to start off my day. And luckily, prices did reject off of it and started printing shorts. As market started to pop back down, I went in short into the demand area, which is kinda risky, so after seeing rejections, I just bailed out with a small loss. But I low-key felt that the market will at least test the liquidity of the demand area, so I kinda just re-entered again, but quickly realized the candles were banging not only into the demand area, but also the 15-minute ORB. So I built out again with a break-even. And at least I read it correctly, I guess. After snacking onto the liquidity, the market bounced from the area and I went long into the news at 10. But I chopped down to 4 contracts because I kind of felt that the magenta line would at least reject the price. And it did. But I was low-key, high-key feeling longs, and seeing that prices were still printing higher highs, I just re-entered long again, and this time, the magenta line ain't gonna stop me from securing 300 bucks to revive my account back to the green. And God knows why, because the market spiked up 100 points again out of nowhere. Probably news on the war, I guess. And seeing the 15-minute chart closed above the overnight highs with a fat green candle, I guess I'll continue to look for longs. Which it did came a few minutes later, profiting just over 200 bucks. Since the prices were still stalling and refused to go down, I went a step long again, but was unfortunately stopped out because I moved my stop loss to break even. And right after stopping me out, I guess I shouldn't be too greedy, so I pop up the chart securing around 350 bucks after commission to end my day. Pre-market was already pushing into all-time highs, and if there's one thing you should know about me, I absolutely suck at trading these areas. Right after market open, I saw a 15-minute candle close above the previous all-time highs, which looked exactly like Tuesday's setup. So naturally, I went long, and for a moment, the trade actually worked. But instead of taking my usual 10 to 15 points, I got greedy and price started rejecting hard. So I panicked and bailed out for 260 bucks loss. And the best part? The market immediately bounced right after stopping me out. Since the market don't seem to be stopping anytime soon, I re-entered long again, but I swear price really loves to tease me during all-time highs because it literally wicked off my order and started dancing. But I held onto the trade and brought my account back to break even. And not gonna lie, I was low-key feeling FOMO because the market literally just keeps printing higher highs non-stop. And honestly, what else can you do except to throw one desperate trade into the momentum and pray you're not too late to ride the market? And what a surprise. I kinda saw that loss coming since what goes up has to come down, right? After watching the market go vertically for that long, it finally started cracking below the trend line, so this time I flipped short and managed to scrape back around 160 bucks. And just like that, the market started dumping exactly the way I expected. The only problem, every clean setup after that looked illegal to enter. The indicators, the demand zones, everything was basically telling me, yeah bro, this is where you get trapped. But after seeing the price successfully dodge all the obstacles, I entered into a short which luckily secured a 200 bucks profit. I was debating whether to end the session since price action was slowing down. And then suddenly, volume exploded out of nowhere. Apparently, there was news about the ongoing war, and at that point, I took it as a sign from the universe to get off the charts before I did something stupid, ending the day up 270 bucks after commissions. So after blowing one evaluation account last week, we somehow fought our way back with a new account, passed the evaluation on Wednesday, and even managed to stay alive on the funded account to end the week up 625 bucks. Looking back, I think the biggest thing I need to improve on is trusting my trades. Because this week, the market gave me a lot of good calls, but I just didn't have the confidence to stay in them. But enough about my trading therapy session. How did you guys do this week? Did you beat the market? Or become liquidity like I usually do? And if you've been enjoying the journey so far, feel free to subscribe and join us as we continue to fight for our lives against the market every week. Because knowing my trading history, there's still a decent chance we will blow this funded account. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next week. To the moon!